Can I steal you for a minute?
Can I steal you for a minute?
Can I steal you for a minute?
Welcome to Can I Steal You for a Minute, the reality dating recap podcast. My name is Indra Raj.
And I'm Mary Bianco.
And we're back into Love is Blind like a flaming cheese ball.
Every year we just keep saying it can't get worse. And then
you have
it
this
just...
cast.
There's a lot to say. This is the worst group of people I've seen on TV.
I actually think I agree.
And you live with them. I'm so sorry.
Watching this season is like, I don't know if wake up call is the right word because we've kind of been steeped in this for so long, but it's like, yeah, okay. So for some context, I live in Boulder, which is 45 minutes away from Denver, very connected. For example, the radio station I work at has a studio both in Boulder and Denver. I go back and forth for work a lot. Like they're very connected. So that said, like Boulder is known for being extremely liberal to a fault. Like the Boulder scene is just like more ridiculous now than it ever has been. And I won't get into all of that, but it is a fairly liberal space. So I'm not running into a lot of people like we're seeing on this cast, but Colorado is now a blue state. Like it was purple for a very long time, but it is now blue. And a lot of that has to do with the Denver Boulder area, like the Denver area, really, which is the highest concentration of people. A lot of the more red-leaning people, we say they are on the western slope, which is like up in the mountains, like way up in like rural mountain areas. That's where you'll find a lot more of the conservative stuff. But it is intermixed, obviously, all over the state. But generally, Colorado votes blue. So to see the type of conservative values and whatever that's going on in this season is just like, it can't just be the producers casting people like this. Like, I do think it is a reflection of where we are in this country in a place. Like when we saw it on the Charlotte season, we were like, yeah, this is par for the course. No one's surprised here. We're basically in the South. We're not in the South over here. Like this is Colorado, a blue state. Like a liberal place. Denver is supposed to be a liberal city. And this is what we're getting.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I don't think that it is representative of everyone in Denver, like by a mile. But it is representative of something. And that, even just that presence is terrifying to me.
It's the people that I know that live in Boulder and Denver. Like I have a lot of family out there. Obviously, I have you out there. I've visited a bunch. I've never met a single person who acts like these people are acting on the show in my time going to visit.
Yeah.
The fact that there's not some like festival hippie weirdo on the show is clearly they are casting out certain groups of people.
Yes.
Because like look at Benaya, like someone who's like very open to like world experience, as like is the credo of so many people that I've met from Boulder and Denver, would be open to something like this just to see what it's about. And like not for nothing, like Boulder's a little bit notorious for like couch surfing culture. Like this is a place to stay for a month and a half. Like
hippie dippy, like people walking around not wearing shoes.
Yep.
Only going to Whole Foods, which is hilarious because Whole Foods is owned by Amazon, but the health food store, like nut. Like this is not, it's not just in Boulder. Like that is alive in Denver for sure.
Yeah.
I have a friend in Denver who was saying that she's on the apps and stuff. And she's like, I can't believe there's not like a climber boy out there.
Yes.
Like, there's none of that. Like we haven't seen one of them.
But you know what there is a lot of, and before we even got into like political opinions outright.
Yeah, sorry. I had to go there.
No. Before the season even got there, I wrote in my notes, why are there so many landlords on this season? There are a lot of people whose job is real estate development.
Yes.
property management, house flipping, which I think is also indicative of something we've been seeing happening in Denver and Boulder, is that like all of this tech money came in.
Yep.
And a ton of people I know moved there and bought up all of these houses and flipped them. And I was like, whenever being a landlord is like a top job on this show, it just kind of, not that all landlords are bad, they're obviously necessary, but like there is a lot of landlord exploitation going on right now, especially in like a city that's experiencing rapid growth.
Yeah.
And the fact that there were like 4 or 5 of them in one season, I was like, oh, we're heading somewhere conservative. I was like, well, this is just not going to be the cool free love people that I kind of love from there. That's just not there.
And I think that like that is a subsection of people here, like people in real estate, whether it be being a broker, whether you're an investor, whether you're a contractor like Patrick is on the season. Like the through line with all of those people is like they want to make money.
Yep.
So and that is like a theme of this cast, which I mean the amount of things that just made me want to like stab my hand with a knife or something. I was disgusted multiple times in these first 6 episodes.
This is the stuff that we've been like editing out of reality TV or someone's been fully canceled for, and that's not happening.
No, it's like on full display. Okay, so where do we even start? Like I think we need to talk about couple by couple.
Yes.
And then the people who left as well or didn't get chosen.
Yeah, as they go into the other couples.
A lot happened. There were a lot of love triangles.
There were a lot.
Which was interesting because in the meetup, when they go to Mexico, there was actually no complications with that because all the love triangles didn't really like intermingle very much.
So many people left, which is bizarre.
Yeah. So... yeah, my favorite people left, like Anna and Blake, the only sane people on the show.
But even Anna, I was like, something is off here. Like
what did she do for work again?
I don't know, probably real estate if I had to guess. They all fucking did real estate. I just like appreciated her energy though, you know? Yeah.
She seemed like a real person.
I did too. I feel like and as a white person, I'm going to tread very lightly on this topic. There was so much internalized racism in the conversations between Patrick and Anna, who are both Asian.
Yeah.
And Anna was like, couldn't believe that she was finding Patrick attractive.
Yeah.
Without seeing him, because she kind of, their whole conversation was so funny to me because I guess they're not supposed to talk about their ethnicity.
Yeah.
Casey outright asked Patrick. The two of them are just tiptoeing around being like, I'm from a different country. Oh, when you came here, did you have a different name and now you use a more American name? Yeah. Oh, me too. It's like, guys, at that point, like just say, hey, I'm also Chinese. Like like this, it was just this weird, like, we're not going to say it. But then when they finally did say it, Patrick was like, it's so sexy that you're Chinese, which I was like, I guess that's a step in the right direction. I don't know. But she was fighting being attracted to an Asian person because she just never dated anyone who, as she kept saying, looked like her.
Yeah.
And then she just left. So we didn't even really get to fully explore that with her. So it just kind of dropped off on this like halfway thought out idea that she was going to work through this and really start dating somebody who was Asian for the first time. She just kind of left. And I'm like, well, now I feel it's unfinished.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I relate very deeply to these two.
Yeah.
You know, Patrick and Anna both grew up in Colorado in very white communities. So did I. And when you are the only person of your race or one of like a handful of people of your race in a community, it's easy. Your standards of what you find attractive then follow what you see. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if I've said this on the other podcast I've done, which was more centered around South Asian stuff than this one. But I, for a long time, was like, I'm worried I'm not attracted to South Asian men. Because when I see a South Asian man, they remind me of my brothers. Because those are the only other South Asian men that I see. So it's a very powerful feeling.
Yeah.
And I think that them expressing that to each other was really important for both of them. And it is internalized racism.
Yeah.
Like 100%. What one of us doesn't have some sort of internalized marginalization?
Well, yeah,
I
of
think.
course.
So that's absolutely what it is. And I think that like it's important to see, I think. Like I hope people aren't judging them for that, because I think it's really an important experience for people of color who grow up in really white communities in the US. Like just always, and I mean the amount of times Patrick said to Casey, "Oh, you know, people always say to you like say to me
hottie.
like you're good looking for an Asian guy." Like the amount of times he said that was like, Patrick is really not over this, and maybe he never will be, and that's okay, but it's something that was like very alive for both Anna and Patrick.
Yeah.
And I think seeing that in each other was like attractive to them almost, and scary in a way. We sort of saw it with Deepti and Shake on their season too, like because neither of them had really dated other South Asians before either, but found attractiveness in that understanding of one another. And it's sort of like, I think Anna left because she was worried about the reveal. And it breaks my heart to say that.
Interesting, yeah.
But Anna probably knew that Patrick's other person was Casey.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say this with complete confidence, that Casey is the exact person that Anna has always seen as the prettiest person in the room, the opposite of her. And she's never felt like she's been good enough, and I just feel like there's been enough seasons of the show. We know how it goes in those reveal moments, and I just, if I had to guess, Anna was worried about that part of it.
Yeah.
Like just not being accepted for how she looked, which is just sad to me. It's terrible.
I hope that when we do see her again, because we saw her in the preview, that we do kind of get into that a little bit more, because I think it's just my disappointment in her leaving. And I definitely understand, like, I think about the reveal all the time and how I would like try to hint at what I look like, because I would also be really paranoid.
Right.
I hope that she gets into that, because right now what's left hanging is that all of these conservative, conventionally attractive people picked each other, and Anna just had to leave. Like and then now Patrick's heartbroken too. So, because Patrick, I think, was leaning more towards Anna.
Oh, yeah. I think
before
Blake
she left.
was too.
Yeah. And before she left. And then he was also with Casey, who I don't know what's going on with her. She's got a lot to figure out. Like anybody who has their chest pierced and got it done when they were like 33 years old. We have a lot to work through, I think. And
yeah. I mean, okay, we'll get to her. But
yeah.
I mean, I absolutely want to hear from Anna. And I want to hear from Blake. Like, I think Blake was like, fuck this. Like, these people are terrible. This is not for me. Like, I actually don't think he's going to come to that drinks thing.
We don't see him.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to show up. I think he's like, this is not my thing, because he was actually like the only real guy there, in my opinion. Anna, just like, I just feel like, you know, if you're sitting in that room with all those women and Casey is the person you're up against, I don't know. And it flows into everything we've been talking about, the internalized racism, like maybe feeling like she wasn't going to feel attractive enough because of her Asianness, because, you know, both Patrick and I think Blake said that they had never dated an Asian person.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a lot wrapped up in that. And I think, like, who wants to feel that kind of rejection? And then it's like, of course, that's what happens with Casey and Patrick. And she is like, Casey's number one goal in life is to make sure she's the hottest person in the room.
Yeah.
That's all she cares about. Like, literally, that's all she cares about. Everything she talked about was, well, I wasn't the hottest girl in my high school class. And then she's talking about, like, her Instagram boyfriend saying that she's an Instagram model with, like, some other girl in the pods. And then she's, like, drunk, pretending to have phone sex with Patrick.
That was so disturbing. And listen, I'm not a prude. I did not like feeling like Patrick was immediately in over his head. He's like, he's got this like rash breaking out on his neck. And she's in detail describing that she has a landing strip only on her vagina. And that if she had to go back for a wax, it would just take one rip. And he was like, okay. And then she goes into just like descriptive detail about having sex with Patrick and what she would do to him. And it was just like so opposite of his conversations with Anna.
It was embarrassing.
It was hard to watch. And I'm not like,
she was drunk, right?
it seemed like it. It seemed like it.
No, sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, and he wasn't really participating. Like he was just kind of like, oh my God, oh my God. Like a teenager's on the phone and like freaking out.
Yeah.
I just am like, then it makes me sad for Casey because it's like, is this what you know you are valued for?
Yeah. Yes. I think that is what she thinks is her value.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that's her value. Like, I don't really know anything about her beyond that.
Yeah.
I don't think Patrick knew anything about her. And I'm kind of like, I liked Patrick and Anna's connection, but I was like, but then you're like into this person. It's like, I think he made all these inferences about what she looked like. And he was like, I'll go for it.
Yeah. He also was like trying to play cool guy a little bit with her. Like,
yeah.
Anna fully left. And
Yes.
he comes into his date with Casey and he says, I just had to cut off a connection. It's like, well, you didn't cut off a connection. She left. So
yeah. Patrick is very insecure. And
yes,
for a lot of reasons that we've already gone over that I think are totally legitimate. And I have a lot of like empathy for that with him because I've felt all those things too. Mm-hmm. And I think they're absolutely real. And it's like, it's just so like Casey is just not the person to walk you through this. Like,
no,
Anna really is. I think you two could really be healing for one another, like validating of one another in ways that is kind of beautiful. So, we do see in the preview that they meet up at this thing, and Patrick even says like, you would have been number one for me. Like, who knows what will happen with that. But I mean, I absolutely am dying to know what Anna, I really hope Anna tells us why she left.
I hope so too. And like, I hope that it's just that she didn't like it there anymore. But
I feel like she had two really strong connections with people who were telling her that they had strong connections with her.
Yeah. And
I think when it got to that boiling point of like, we are going to have an engagement soon, something just cracked. And
yeah,
we'll obviously only know if she tells us. I just feel like the whole reveal part, it makes me sad to even think that would be what it is. But
yeah,
that's the only thing I can think of.
No, I think that you're right. And then we see what she was afraid of happen to Patrick, where Patrick and Casey get engaged. They meet up. They're, kissing when they see each other, but Casey's like clearly holding back a little bit.
But she was also being weirdly kind of needy.
Yeah.
It was very bizarre and uncomfortable, but go on.
And Patrick doesn't seem that smart. Like, he kept stumbling over, like, I should just smell her pheromones. Like,
oh,
what's that word? Did I just make that up? Pheromones were everywhere. Like, she's got very strong pheromones. I was like, oh my God.
It's also like, you don't smell pheromones. Like,
no, you don't. She had perfume on, Patrick. Like, that's what you liked. She probably had like a vanilla perfume
whole
on.
Bottle of perfume on.
Yeah. Like, you probably just like that. And so they get out of the reveal, and then we see her in the hotel talking to a producer and saying that she just doesn't want to go to Baja. At first she's like, I don't want to go to Baja, but I want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
And Patrick believes her. Like,
oh, he's so supportive.
He's so excited to see her. He's so supportive. He's like, yes, we don't have to be on this anymore. Because she basically says to him, I just can't be on this show anymore. Like, I don't want to be on the show. Something fucked up happened in production because, like, so many people are bailing on this show, but yeah, I don't know. So she was like, I just don't want to be on the show anymore. And he's like, okay, but we'll talk when we get back to Denver. And she's like, yeah, we'll talk. Of course, we're still together. We're not broken up.
No, she says multiple times, I'm in love with you.
I'm in love with you. Yeah.
Which is a total lie.
Yeah, of course. Because then they show us that and Patrick asks her, like, it has nothing to do with the reveal. And she's like, no, I'm attracted to you, whatever. Then they show us her asking production to see Patrick. And she wants to see him because she just doesn't think that she could get there with him in terms of attraction.
But and then she says, I know I can't get there.
I know I can't get there. Hasn't told Patrick that.
No, she's telling him everything but that. I mean, the kind thing she could have done, which would have been hard, but instead of stringing him along, would be to say, hey, I actually realize that this is not a match for me.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to continue with you. And I hope I see you again, but not in a romantic way.
Yeah.
Like, she could have said that, but she didn't want to. And then the worst part was when she's like, they're going to try and make it about you being Asian. And it's like, well,
now it is.
Like, maybe that's what it is, girl.
Yeah.
Like, she was, honestly, we didn't learn anything about her in the pods other than she comes from a Mormon family and she's really into being hot.
Yeah. That's all we learned.
That's all we learned. And let me tell you, that's my least favorite kind of person. So
it's the worst. An ex-Mormon that's just obsessed with being hot. It's just like where this world, every TV show we watch is going.
No. And she also like fully clearly had a boyfriend going into this.
Yes.
Like, she admits it.
Yeah.
Like,
she admits she has a boyfriend
doing?
who had told her to go on a reality show before. But they're still talking.
Oh, my God.
And still follow each other.
So embarrassing. The whole thing is so embarrassing. I'm just like, it was really hard to watch that whole thing go down. I am looking forward to Patrick and Anna seeing each other again. Like, if nothing else, I really hope that those two can be friends, Patrick and Anna, because I think just like talking with one another who's had a shared experience is so powerful.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think they can really... They already were kind of healing for each other in that way in the pods, and I think that could continue. And maybe it could be something romantic too.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see.
So, yeah. Just to touch on Blake, and maybe from there we go to Jordan and Megan, because Blake was part of that whole situation.
Yeah.
Blake seemed like just a good guy.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't even get to spend that much time with him. Like, we just kept hearing how much other people liked him.
Yeah.
But I feel like because he left, they didn't like invest that much camera time into him. But I'm like, oh, Blake sounds great. Everybody's enjoying their time with Blake. Like, everybody wants to be with Blake.
Yeah.
And then he's just gone.
And then he's gone. I think Anna was his one.
Yeah.
And when Anna left, he was like, there's no reason for me to be here anymore. It's so cold how many of these people were clearly told they weren't allowed to say goodbye.
Yeah, no, they kept bringing them into a date to be in an empty room.
Yeah.
I was like,
wild.
Why would you do that to somebody?
Why? And so, he, I think, was Megan's number one.
Yeah.
And Megan had 3 guys going at this point. And
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would love to see Blake again. I don't think we're going to see him again. I think
he's done.
He was like, I'm better than all these people.
And he's right. And he's right.
He's right. He's totally right. He didn't say anything offensive, which was a minor miracle for...
Honestly, crazy with this cast.
Okay, so then there's Megan and Jordan and...
Sorry, Sparkle Megan?
People call me Sparkle Megan.
My friends call me Sparkle Megan because I love sparkles. I'm like... Between that and her saying that she has a wagon when she literally has the flattest ass I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
I know I'm being mean, but I'm like, what are we talking about? She turned around and I was like, what are we talking about?
I know. I was like expecting to see some like incredible butt. And there was nothing there.
I didn't even need an incredible butt. I would take 4 inches of butt. This is like, as a member of the big booty community, like, please stop trying to take this from us. Like, we...
like, get out of here. You don't belong
out of here.
Yeah, like, okay. I feel very conflicted about her. But these 2 men, Mike is the worst in every way.
I actually wish Mike was the worst on this season. This season is so bad that he's
worse.
not.
There
but
are
he's
worse.
he's terrible.
Mike
he's
was
terrible.
Okay, so I have some local tea on Mike.
Yes, please.
I have a friend who works in Denver, and she asked around the office if anyone had encountered any of these people. And let me read what she said. Okay. I have a little Love is Blind tea. I guess Mike tried to match on Bumble with I won't say who. So it wasn't someone from her office, someone that she knows. Mm-hmm. She didn't match back, and he found her on Instagram and slid into her DMs. Wow.
Scary.
Desperate, right? She never went on a date because he seemed obsessed with money and his image.
Yeah, fair.
Pretty,
fair.
Yeah. Good for this woman. She picked up on all the right calls. And honestly, it's like that's his whole personality.
His whole thing is that he's obsessed with money. He's in a cult.
The tribe.
And his tribe of men, of wealthy men who have pillars that they're supposed to follow.
Yes.
And one of them is honesty. I'm like, you're in a cult.
Yeah.
How is this just like flying by?
No. But that's the language that Megan speaks to, though.
100%.
It's in this whole world where, like, everything in your life is so tightly controlled. And that's what he liked about Megan, was that she was kind of on that level in some ways. And my whole thesis about Megan is that she's stuck on a path that isn't meant for her.
Yeah.
And I think it is this kind of, like, very prescriptive, this is how I live my life in all these buckets. And like, I think we all come across this a lot these days in different circles of life. And the part that was really triggering for me was the stuff about when we have kids and nutrition, how that's going to go. And how you can just see how tightly controlled all of that would be for their kids.
Yeah.
And that's like, I see that with other parents here in Boulder. Like, that's a very, like, Colorado
Yeah,
thing.
that they nailed it. Our kids are going to be so sexy and
Ew.
nutritious.
Yeah. It's just like, Mike, that's not how parenting works. Like,
No.
you're going to be miserable as a parent because you are going to realize that having children is a chaotic endeavor. That you cannot control everything as much as you want to, but you're going to be trying to, and it's going to, like, it sounds like hell on earth.
Yeah, for both you and your child. Like, it's going to be very...
No, he has an eating disorder, I think.
Yeah, and he also is not as smart as he thinks that he is.
No.
When he said... So Jordan, her other connection, has a son who has type 1 diabetes.
Yes. What the fuck was this?
When he said... Well, my buddy was pre-diabetic and he just changed his diet and then he wasn't diabetic anymore. I guess it's not as easy for some people. Trying to imply that Jordan had done something wrong.
Yeah.
And was not encouraging his child to eat healthy. Type 1 diabetes is not linked to diet.
No.
It is something that is just naturally occurring in some children.
Yes.
Type 2 diabetes is linked to diet and lifestyle.
Yes.
And other, complicated diseases. Just fixing a child's diet is not going to cure them of type 1 diabetes, you fucking moron.
No.
This is how RFK,
Yes.
and here we are, gets to just stomp around and say stupid bullshit like Tylenol causes autism and vaccines cause autism and all the other million of things he said, red dye rots your brain. Meanwhile, he was a full heroin addict and has a worm-eating parasite eating his brain. That's how he gets taken seriously, is idiots like this joining a tribe and spreading these false shit around. And honestly, I'm getting so mad because a stupid conversation like that about how childhood nutrition is causing type 1 diabetes in children will lead to them cutting insulin for children and will lead to them doing a study, in quotes, on the effectiveness of insulin in children and just pushing diet on kids to balance out their insulin levels, even though that will not work and kids will suffer because of it. This type of pipeline thinking of, oh, it's this easy and we'll just fix it this way, will have is already having repercussions and will have it in this specific space. And I'm so sick of having to treat stupid people like their opinions matter the same amount. Like, they don't. You shouldn't have access to a platform if you're this fucking dumb. And like,
no,
that's what Mike is.
I just like, I'm like, everybody watching this knows that this is incorrect information, right? And I'm like, Megan is just sitting there. She did not correct him when she fully understands the difference because she had a parent who died from complications related to type 1 diabetes. She just let him say it.
I feel like she just didn't say anything because she was just changing her mind on Mike. Like, after that, she kind of was done with him.
Right.
But I do wish she said something like, hey, dum-dum. Like,
yeah, like, actually, that's a different thing. And here's the thing. Now I'm going to connect this to all the, like, snarkiness about Jordan that he was bringing into his chats with Megan. Mike was insinuating that Megan wouldn't like the way Jordan looks. And it's not just about the tattoos. It's about the fact that Jordan has a full-on dad bod.
Yeah.
And he's a little like, he's not like the person who like watches all his macros and only eats this type of protein and blah, blah, blah.
He's so much hotter than the people that do that.
Yeah, like he's not that. And Mike is like, you're not going to like a person who isn't disciplined about their body, which is how he sees Jordan.
It's this alpha male Andrew Tate red pilled bullshit that is like becoming so prevalent on TV. It's making it unwatchable. Like,
yes.
I'm just like sick of having, and I already said this, but like this having a platform is really, really annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's being given importance when it's just wrong and fucking stupid and like without public shame, which like, let's bring it back. I'm sick of it. Like, you know, sick of this stuff going without it. It's just running rampant.
Yeah.
And like the fact that he wasn't made fun of on the show, he wasn't really made to look like an idiot. Other people with terrible opinions are not being made to look like idiots. This is just something they're putting forward as a respectable opinion.
Yeah,
and like they are not.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I guess I haven't been looking at the discourse, but like, are people giving Mike a hard time online for this stuff?
Not enough.
Because I'm just like, this man is so toxic on so many levels.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, even down to just, he's so, like, hyper toxic masculine. Like, I can't sleep with a white noise machine because, you know, I need to hear what's going on so I can protect the house. Like, it's just, like, sure, but... And then Megan's responding to that, saying shit like, and she's not the only woman on the season saying, I need you to guide and lead me.
Which is that religious talk that we've spoken about, which is like the mega church, evangelical, like bullshit with Maddie Pruitt and Grant Trout, where it's like you have to pick the right man to lead and guide you. Because
Nate
otherwise,
and Annie are Maddie Pruitt and Grant Trout.
I can't.
We will get there.
To talk about those two. My ribs are already hurting just sitting here.
Okay, but with Megan, I am just like, she said so many things that truly and deeply offended me as a woman, and a lot of other things that I was just like, stop talking about how you dated an almost billionaire. Like,
who gives a fuck? Who hasn't? They're so slutty.
All she has cared about, and like, I want to know more about her background, but like, she made her money in oil and gas and like is now shifting into health and wellness, but she's clearly been involved in very conservative circles her whole life.
Yeah.
And so that is what she knows. That's what she's been fed. I think in meeting Jordan, who I'm gonna guess that Jordan is liberal. Like,
I hope.
I think he's one of the only ones.
Yeah.
But I think she sees more of herself in him, but she's accustomed to these things that are not him.
Yeah.
Mainly the money thing. But also, like, I think if she said to Jordan, like, I need you to guide me, he would laugh in her face.
100%. And I think you nailed it, where it felt like with Mike, she's like a chameleon a little bit. I don't think she knows who she is.
No,
I think you're right that she's been on this career trajectory, that she's worked so hard, that she hasn't invested any time in becoming like a full realized person. So like with Jordan, she's like giving him shit. They're teasing each other. She's talking about how she wants to have this household that's like very supportive, how like she'll step up as a stepmother, but like defer to him on the parenting stuff. With Mike, Mike says, if I left dirty dishes in the sink, would that make you mad? And she says, well, I actually believe kind of in more traditional gender roles. So this sloppy ass man baby just gets to leave dishes out and you're going to clean them up?
What do you mean you believe in traditional gender roles?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What the fuck does that even mean? And
You're
why do you believe in that?
You're an oil and gas baron. You can't be believing in, as a woman, you can't be like, I believe in traditional gender roles.
Yeah, like, what the?
It's already out the window, babe. It's okay.
No, it's like, yeah, like, what's it gonna be? And I think she's just, it's like, it's almost like it was a talking point that had been fed to her that she's just like, well, this is what I'm supposed to say, so I'm gonna say it. And it's like, but Megan, I don't think you really believe in that. Like,
no.
I actually think she has more to offer than what we've seen. Like, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. She may disappoint me. She probably will. But I'm just like, this woman does not know herself. She's money obsessed, but I think she doesn't realize that, like, sure, have all the money you want, be happy, whatever. There's more to life than that.
Yeah.
And there's more to life than your partner kind of being on that level. And this whole, like, I want someone to build an empire with is the most fucking annoying statement to me ever. Like, if I ever hear that again, I'm going to fucking scream. But, like, yeah, it's like, Megan, I don't think that's what you really want. I think you want someone who you can connect with emotionally.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I think that she will figure it out and hopefully is in the process of figuring it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a bingo card next year with, like, build an empire, need a man to lead me, all this stuff on it, because it's these key talking points that we hit
all the time.
And then someone starts crying because they're like, I can't believe you said that. That's exactly what I think.
Oh, my God. I just think,
I do have to stand up.
I actually think they have a chance, though, to make it as a couple.
Oh, no. This season is so terrible. I'm rooting for Sparkle Megan.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, I'm standing because my ribs are killing me. But
oh, no, Mary. Do we need to take a break?
No. It's just my belly is so high right now that when I sit for too long, it just pushes up in my ribs.
Yes.
So if I stand, it's better. So
okay.
Luckily, I have a standing desk. Sorry, everybody, for the brief interlude for me to get on my feet.
No. Can I leave that in so people know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So people can just hear, this is where traditional family values gets you, people.
Your ribs are like poking you because you're so pregnant.
Yeah, my belly is just trying to rip my ribs apart, so I have to stand up so my belly falls down. Like, good luck sleeping tonight, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm rooting for Sparkle Megan. I was not into her in the first episode. The nickname is really fucking annoying, but like, the other people on this show are so terrible that I'm like, if Megan and Jordan don't get married, love is dead. Like,
love is dead.
No one should get married from this season.
Some other tea.
Oh, yeah.
She may not actually still drive this, but a friend went to a watch party in Denver for the show, and she's like, I'm pretty sure someone there has slept with Sparkle Megan. And as of at least a few years ago, she drove a Range Rover, which is on par for this level of wealth.
Yeah, and it's the one Jordan didn't mention Range Rover.
No,
so he
didn't say it.
She didn't deny it. I like Jordan.
Yeah.
Some of his behavior in Mexico, I was like,
he was on cocaine, right?
Oh, yeah. No, him and Joe are definitely either mixing pills and alcohol or they got some cocaine while they were in Mexico. But
right.
Yeah, no, they were.
They were Yeah, we'll get into that. Okay. Tell me why you like Jordan.
Again, I think it's the comparison.
Yeah.
That everyone else is so terrible. I like the way he talks about his son. Like,
yes.
And when he's showing his pictures to a bunch of guys, he's like, guys, can I show you pictures of my son? And they're all so excited. And one of them goes, he's gorgeous, yo. I'm like, that is like, that's like, positive masculinity.
Yes.
That's what I like, is like being so supportive, but like you have to throw in yo so that it's not like
it's not like too
he's gorgeous.
Nice.
I think he's like a little bit corny, like he wouldn't be my taste, but compared to what we have going on, he seems so harmless.
Yeah. I guess I like him. I can't put my finger on what I'm not sure about him with. Maybe it's just that he's into Megan. But I mean, I think she has redeeming qualities, so
Yeah.
like maybe that's it. There were a few things where I was just like, I don't know, like some of the like what was the thing that he said? Oh, I can't remember. I didn't love the bathroom thing where he shut off her water.
Like you're wasting water.
Yeah, and it wasn't like the concept like, yeah, turn off the water,
Yeah.
whatever. It was like the way he said it. And they
Yeah.
definitely put that in there to foreshadow something with them.
Yeah.
Like Netflix doesn't just put stuff in there like that for no reason. I think they're just going to like I kind of think that they're going to work out just fine.
Yeah.
I think it's like if the thing he has to get used to is like they're buying a $2 million home and he's uncomfortable with that, like he'll get comfortable with it. Like she can afford it. So like whatever. I mean, maybe he won't. Maybe he'll be like, our values are too different.
Yeah, they're not aligned.
And we can't move forward with this. But I sort of feel like it's going to be like an episode of House Hunters.
Which I think I could
for.
use. Well, they have enough landlords and real estate people on the show to walk them through it.
I'm just like, it's going to be like, is this too much house for us? Is this the right neighborhood? Like, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's
The
interesting.
phrase too much house always makes me laugh.
Also, like, why were they looking at houses? Like, that
I
doesn't
don't
normally
know.
happen.
No, they're not usually buying a place. I think it's just, again, to emphasize that Megan is like rich. Like,
Yes.
that, like, she can just buy a house. She doesn't need to save up with her partner or
Right.
anything. They can just buy a house because of her.
Right.
Which I like if she seemed proud of it. Like
Yeah.
it's this weird thing where she's not sure the reason she did it, so she feels apologetic about it, and like
Right.
it makes her undateable, which with the type of guys that she is seeing, I could see that happening.
It's almost like she felt like she had to date people who were in a higher wealth bracket than her.
Yeah.
To feel okay about herself or something. But then
Yeah.
all those men are clearly like vapid losers, like Mike. So,
Yeah.
So like she wants something more, but it's like this whole like money, financial aspect of it is like getting in her way. And it's something that she's going to have to work through with her partner. And it's, I think that's going to come up a lot between her and Jordan this season. And it will be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I agree. So the cocaine thing.
Like, what the fuck, Joe?
Because there isn't too much else to say about Joe and Madison besides the fact that Joe is definitely not attracted to Madison, unfortunately.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
She's beautiful. And also, like, when she was talking about the blindness stuff, like in the pause, it was just like, okay, like she's going to maybe have this blindness issue. But then you realize, like, oh no, she's like dealing with sight issues in the present, like in a real way. And then seeing the way Joe was in that hotel room after the party, and like she was kind of like freaking out maybe more than she needed to. Like, he's clearly just fucked up, like, have this conversation later. But I think she's kind of like, I need someone who can take care of me.
Yeah.
Because I literally run into things and fall downstairs because I can't see.
Yeah.
And this is who I'm with.
Yeah, I understood the freak out. I think like the timing of the conversation could have obviously been better.
Right.
But I think it's just this realization of like, I'm literally trapped in a hotel room with this man.
Right.
And I think it's like everything at once where it's like, I don't actually know him that well. And now he's really fucked up in a bed.
Yes.
And like, there's the feeling of like, I'm going to be responsible for whatever happens to him. But then there's also like, and she hasn't said this, but this would be what's going through my mind. It's like, oh, this person is on drugs and extremely drunk and we are locked in a hotel room together.
And I feel unsafe.
Like, even beyond like, I have this legitimate concern where like, my eyesight's going out and this doesn't seem like someone who could take care of me at all.
Right.
This is like just an unsafe situation.
Right.
For him also. Like, production letting him go to bed and be that tucked in pillows while he's that fucked up. Like, he could throw up. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing was like, how did they get the drugs? Or is he
Right.
on, I don't want to speculate, but like if he's on a prescription, then he shouldn't be drinking with them. Production shouldn't be letting him have
Right.
12 margaritas at the,
Yeah.
and this is what we talked about last week, where we're looping back around to reality TV just being like trash without any protection for the contestants. And
Yeah.
that's like with casting dangerous people and letting them get like really, really fucked up, which like,
Yeah.
it wasn't that long ago that these drink limits were imposed because of the dangers that people pose to themselves and to other people. So
Yeah, I mean, they were getting fucked up. Like all of them were really drinking a lot, and
even
then
Madison
it
was
like
drunk.
Joe and Jordan were on another level, and it was like, okay, this is, and like, I liked how Megan was just like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like what you're being right
We'll
now.
talk about this later. You're annoying me. And I'm like, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Like, being sober at a wedding,
Yeah.
all these weddings this year, and like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, wow.
Ethan doesn't do drugs. He's not a big drinker, but when he does drink, he tends to repeat himself. And this weekend, I just had to be like, you've made that joke 6 times.
Yeah.
I need you to stop. I'm like, I already am the only person here who's going to remember the whole night. Like, I need you to stop.
No, totally. And it's like, the other thing is like Madison was not sober. Like,
no, she was not.
Definitely drinking. So
Yeah,
it's
she
like,
was definitely drunk.
but it's like then seeing someone else who's like, when you're not sober, they're like so not sober that you're like, oh my fucking God.
He goes, you were at that pool party? I didn't see you
that
there.
was. She's like, I don't know what's happening. Like, what? She like fully freaked out. And yeah, you're right. Like, it was legit. Like, I would have been Madison in that moment.
I would have been like, I'm sleeping in a different room.
Yeah.
He's your responsibility. And when she's like standing behind that wall and he's like, this is crazy. She's like, who are you talking to?
Well, they were like the second couple to actually get engaged, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, it was so fast. Like, I felt like we didn't know anything about them. They didn't seem to have
No.
any sort of real connection, which, like, let's talk about Anton and Alina next, or Alini, sorry.
Yeah.
And it was just like, this is not going anywhere good. Like, I think we see someone like leave at a wedding ceremony, like before even walking down the aisle, and I think it's Joe.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I think that's just going to be a whole train wreck. It's almost like I don't even want to watch it.
I know.
I feel like it's going to be so painful, and he's just sitting there like trying to like say like, well, I am attracted to you, and I am attracted to you, and it's like,
Yeah.
just saying it over and over again, like, maybe you are to some extent, but clearly there's an issue here.
Yeah. And it's like, men will have sex with anything. Doesn't need to be their type. And so, like, even though they are having sex,
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily mean that he's attracted to her, which is just because she's not fat by any means. She's not even overweight. She's just not like rail thin.
No.
And I think because on this show, stereotypically, everyone that comes out from behind that door is always really thin.
Yes.
I think he just wasn't expecting that she would be, a little bit curvier.
Yes. Yes.
And is just like, well, this isn't my usual type. And it was like, he's only 27. So he's probably thinking about like bringing her back to the boys and what they'll say. Because they're all like also idiots. So
this is what I'm saying. Here we are stuck in this, like, we were making some strides into being more size inclusive culturally. And we've just taken 20 steps back. Like the lesson of this whole season is like, we're moving backwards. Like, size inclusivity out the window.
Yeah.
Like, feminism out the window. Being accepting of the LGBTQIA community out the window, which we will get to.
Out the window.
Just everything moving backwards. And it's so on display in this season. It's absolutely terrifying to me.
It's really scary. I'm like, is New England just going to be like Bostonians for Trump? Like, how are they also going to completely take out anybody with progressive ideals from that region? Like,
Is this a Chris Kalin problem?
It is.
Yeah. Who is the showrunner, producer, executive producer of the show? He's conservative. He's an asshole. And this is clearly what he wants.
Yeah.
You know, like it's gone beyond the like, oh, liberals can shit talk these people, which is exactly what we're doing. But it's beyond that now because it's so ubiquitous on these shows that like they clearly are speaking to those people who believe those things as well.
Yeah. And there's like a comfort in expressing these opinions that I don't like because, listen, whatever, you can say whatever you want. I don't like when people are comfortable being a bigoted asshole.
No.
And I don't like that this is clearly feels like a safe space for them.
Yeah.
And so this is not a safe space. This
No.
podcast.
No,
like,
and you know what? That's why Anna left.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is why Anna left. Like a woman like her who is like so confident about herself, I think in that space probably just lost all confidence because of what she was hearing from people. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder what conversations she was having with other women in the pods. It was probably her, or in the like women's quarters. It was probably horrific.
Yeah.
Or
I bet it
even
was
just
terrible.
dates with other men, you know?
Oh, God. I just don't envy any of my friends who have to date if like this is what's out there. Like,
No.
even when I was dating, just as someone with like, you know, who's a little bit bigger, like people would be like not every guy. There would be guys that I would go on dates with who would think that they were the first person to find me attractive because I'm not like a size 2. And they'd be like, you know, you're actually so beautiful. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be cocky, but like, I know. Like,
like fuck you.
like, you're not the first person that's discovering this. Like, you could talk to my parents. They're quite enthusiastic about how it turned out.
Yeah.
So I just like, I feel like that like there's this undertone is now running through the season.
Yes.
And I'm just like so upset for people who have to be out here dating.
No. It's horrific. It's terrible. And then it's like, okay, then we get to Anton and Nalini, who got engaged so quickly that no one even knew who they were.
In the first 45 minutes of the first episode, they were engaged.
They showed their whole connection was shown as a series of flashbacks.
Yes.
That went on for so long that I was like, is something like what's going on with
Did
this?
one of
and
them
Patrick's
die?
like, we're still in a flashback.
Yeah. They're weird.
I hate both of them. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just going to come out and say it. I think Anton had some weird, toxic, aggressive vibes almost in the pods that I did not like. And then Alini is just like, I just love him. I just love him. And then she's just so obsessed with material things.
Yeah.
Like she wants a $10,000 ring. Why do you need a $10,000 ring?
No idea.
She wants to make sure he can pay for her Botox. She's all the things that I hate. Like,
I know.
Oh God.
Did you ever watch 30 Rock?
Yes.
With Sexy Baby?
Remind me who that was.
It's Christina Milioti, and her whole like comedy act is that she's just a sexy baby.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, this is my voice. I really am a very sexy baby. And that's just what I was getting from her. Where I was just like, no, she's sexy baby.
She's 100% sexy baby. That is so funny, Mary. Oh my God.
Now I gotta rewatch 30 Rock.
Yeah, no. Like, she just, it's like literally, I literally think they're both like, we come from immigrant families. Let's get married.
Yeah, and like Joe being like, Anton, you're the most handsome Russian man I've ever seen. And Anton's like, I know. And I'm like, that's like kind of a notoriously hot country.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. I think a lot of Russians are hot. Like,
and why
I
are
think
you
that's
just
a
like
thing.
singling him out? And he's like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm like,
Oh, I don't know. And they're all like, oh, he's so attentive, this, that, and the other. I'm like, he is a fucking creep. That's how I
He's
feel. I
weird.
think he's a creep.
and does he need those glasses? Because why are they on his head half the time?
No, Patrick was so mad that he
Yes,
was
so was-
wearing them on his head
so
going
was
to get
Ethan.
engaged.
He was like, okay, if you need those to see, you're not going to dirty them up by putting them on your head.
No, like literally, like what are we doing here? Like put on contact lenses or wear your glasses.
Wear glasses. Yeah.
I don't know what to say about them. I'm like, maybe they're both just like so not interesting that they will get married and it will be fine.
Yeah, maybe.
Or like not. I honestly, I don't care. Like, if
No.
they got dropped from the show right now, I would not care at all.
We'll probably fast forward through that wedding. If I had to guess.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Not
getting ready, I'm not gonna watch.
we might be surprised by some of their family members. Something tells me not on Alini's side. It sounds like her mom is just as materialistic as she is, and that's just like not. I'm not interested in that. And the amount of materialistic behavior on this season is actually it's like off the charts.
It's really weird.
Like between Sparkle Megan, our luxury watch dealer, talking about Cartier bracelets and wanting to buy one for Jordan, and then Alini needing a $10,000 engagement ring. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is also. What
are we doing?
Like, I don't know. I just don't. It's gross.
Yeah.
So then we have Edmund and Calabria, which is like. I don't even, when they are conversing, I don't even know what's happening.
Edmund should not be on TV. He legitimately needs to be, kind of locked away for a little bit. Not in jail. He needs some intensive therapy. He's really not well. And not just, he's, he clearly had a very traumatic childhood, and he hasn't dealt with any of it.
No.
He's totally frozen at, 6 years old. I thought he was adorable in the first episode, and then by the second episode, he's kissing the floor.
Yeah, the energy. Patrick was like, when he gets engaged, I'm gonna bet you that he's gonna do a backflip, and he literally almost did.
He almost did. He ran weird.
Yeah, Patrick's like, if he could do a backflip, he would have done a backflip.
He would have. She's like, you really run with your knees high.
I mean. There's so much to say about him. I don't even think we need to really say it. It's just so obvious how intense he is on so many levels. I mean, I did feel like when we got out of the pods and into the real world, there were some things about him that I appreciated. I appreciated the conversation where she was clearly trying to get him to say he was going to fight another man at the club for her. And he refused to give in to that and said, that person's not on my level and I am not going to, give that time and energy.
Yeah.
I appreciated that. That's, very different from the other toxic masculinity we've seen on this season. Edmund is the opposite of that in a lot of ways. And I appreciate that about him. He will cry. Appreciate that. I think he's, very hurt by things that have happened to him in his life.
Yeah, and the crying is not the part that is unwell to me.
No, it's not that.
The tears in the final episode that we see him,
that conversation in bed,
is a toddler tantrum. When they can't even get their words out because they're so upset and so overwhelmed. That's what was happening.
Yeah.
He starts it at the party where he finds out. It was so weird. He finds out that everybody's having sex.
Right.
The guys talked about it, right?
I think maybe Anton pretended he didn't, but all the guys understood that he did. But maybe Edmund didn't pick up on that.
Maybe. But he's all the guys acted like they didn't talk about sex at all when they were going back to their girls, which was did you guys make this weird pact?
Yeah.
And then he's says I gotta hit before marriage. That's your fiance, dude.
And also you didn't talk about this. People talk about sex in the pods, and it doesn't have to even be whatever the hell Casey was doing or even preferences, but the conversation about do you want to have sex before marriage, particularly when there's religious talk going on, which I think there was between them. Mm-hmm. I just can't understand how they didn't talk about that.
She said that they did. So I didn't watch it, but she was on AD's podcast this week.
Oh, okay.
And she said what she said to him in the bed,
right?
Which people are confused about in our comments. I thought made total sense to me and kind of I agree with. She explained to him I'm not a virgin. I'm not fully abstinent, but if we are serious, I want to get to know you better before we have sex.
Right.
Because that can get in the way. And basically that she's had one night stands before just with people that she knew she was never going to see again, just to like scratch that itch and move on. But like with someone that she loves and wants to get to know, she wants to have that foundation before they have sex.
Right.
That to me made sense. Like people are like, oh, like her abstinence is bullshit. First of all, people can put whatever parameters around having sex they want to have.
Yeah.
She could have had sex yesterday and decided today she doesn't want to. Like this whole like it doesn't make sense why she doesn't want to, or you know, she's just being careful because she doesn't know this person and she's about to marry him on TV. Like
yeah.
So and he knew that, and then he just still I think thought that she would break it.
I mean, there's so much going on here, right?
Yeah.
There's double standards, which Edmund was painfully aware of when he was like, I don't want to say this. Like, I don't want to say this, but the one night stands bother me. Double standards. He knows it. We all know it.
Yeah.
Then, like, Calabria, I wish she had, like, chosen her words a little better here. Because she was like, I just don't think that sex is sacred to me. But at the same time, you're saying it is sacred,
right,
in this relationship. So don't say that. Like,
right.
I see what you're saying, like, and I understand what you're saying, like, but like that's not what it is. And and really, what I think it is for both of them is that she's not sexually attracted to him.
Yeah, I think
she doesn't want to have sex with him.
I think she knows that, and and he knows that too.
Yes, and it's painful for both of them.
It's painful for everybody. Where he lost me is that he's like, I'm too fucking nice. This always happens because I'm nice. Being nice to somebody does not entitle you to sex.
No.
And this narrative that you're being denied something because you treated someone else like a human being.
Yeah.
And they didn't reward you with sex is dangerous. And
yes.
Is that part of the conversation is going to get lost for a lot of people because he cried. Like, and the crying was unhinged.
It was unhinged. It was like,
literally like saw my 2-year-old nephew doing that. Like
yeah
it was uncomfortable. It was unhinged. I made memes about him. Obviously I even like might not in the future because I actually am worried about his mental state watching this show and seeing the reaction to him, because I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's been through a lot, but like this ain't it. Like this is not. He should not be on a dating show, let alone a show where you get engaged and married within a 2-month process. Yeah.
Like, he is not ready for a long-term romantic relationship.
He needs a mother. And she kept being a mother to him in the pods, where she was like, oh, my baby, I'm so sorry, my baby, I'm here for you. Like, she became his mother really quickly, and it's very hard to have sex with someone that you have a mother-son relationship with. And they both kind of stepped into that because it felt good to her to feel wanted, that someone needed her.
Yes.
And then for him, it felt good to have someone taking care of him.
Yes.
And like, obviously in a relationship, you take care of each other, you comfort each other. The way that it was being done was very maternal.
Yeah, and it was just, it's not screaming romantic relationship.
No.
It's screaming friendship, companion. Yep. I think these two have found, like, friendship soulmate type of thing. I think there's that going on with them. Yeah. And like a support system that they both
little brother
want and need. And like, and that was beautiful to see those moments of real support between them, especially in the pods. And, I think we're going to see where it goes from here. I just think ultimately a lot was getting lost in translation in this conversation. I think they were both a little inebriated.
Yeah.
And I think that really what the bottom of it was, the sexual attraction is not there. We need to make excuses at this point.
Yeah.
And everyone's feeling bad about it.
Yeah. Everyone feels bad.
Yeah.
That's the theme of this season.
Everybody
feels bad. Like, everybody feels pretty bad about what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. So we saved this for the end. Maybe not intentionally. Nick and Annie. Nick and Annie scare me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll say it again. They remind me, like, they listen to Sounds True. Maddie Pruitt and Grant, whatever, their podcast. And they even talked about beating their children.
Yeah.
They said it.
Yep.
Straight, like, they look like them. Like,
Yeah.
he even looks a little like Grant.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, I am just like, the religious trauma is so on display here. And they are so fully steeped in it, and they have no interest in getting out of it.
No, it's a very safe space for them. We're just going to put these disclaimers out there. We don't want to speculate on anybody's sexuality, but it is entirely impossible to talk about the comments that Nick made about the LGBTQ plus community and his general attitude this entire season.
Yes.
Without talking about the fact that he's likely closeted.
Yes.
A lot of homophobia comes from lack of acceptance of yourself, and he almost told on himself like 6 times, and like I just wish he would like free himself from this prison.
Yeah.
But instead he's just going to make everybody else's life around him miserable because he doesn't get to live the life that he wants.
Yeah.
So he's just going to make everybody else miserable. Like, we see that in our government where like literally the RNC will be like stomping around talking about how like trans people are the downfall of our country and like they want to overturn gay marriage, and literally Grindr will crash from the number of users in town that weekend for the RNC.
Oh my God, really?
100%. Wow. And Pornhub released their stats and their most searched things around those events. And let me tell you, these guys are voting against their self-interest.
Wow.
So just a theme that is running through, and like people are commenting on our comments. We're not going to engage in the discourse online, but like,
no,
this is somebody who is not living their authentic self for whatever reason it might be. Like maybe he is straight, but he doesn't want to live this like conformist religious lifestyle that he's forcing on himself. But like there's a lot of hatred towards a group of people that have really never done anything to you.
Right.
And the call might be coming from inside the house.
Right. It kind of crosses a line when you make the statements that he's been making.
Yeah.
That conversation, and like Annie's not off the hook here too.
Oh, fuck no.
That conversation about accepting your children if they say they're gay was maybe the most horrific thing I saw.
Yeah.
In these 6 episodes, because
100%.
Are we really here? Like, are we really unaccepting of our children in these in this time?
Are we calling being gay a fad again? Is
yes.
it the fucking 90s? Like, are you kidding me saying it's definitely a fad that, like, all their friends are doing it, so they're just doing it? Yes, this world maybe has gotten more accepting, but it is not an easier place to be gay.
No.
And kids that are exploring this for themselves are not doing it because they feel like there's some kind of social cachet to it and that it's a hot trend. Like, it's not smoking cigarettes. Like, this is like their like this is their life.
It's
like,
not a fad. It's not
it's
a
not.
fad. The story about his mom coming to check on him and ask if about his sexuality, it kind of broke my heart. I was just like, I don't know what that interaction was like. But if it was one where his mom was like trying to reach out and provide support, and him not being able to accept it in whatever way, I don't know. It's just like, these are stories that like shouldn't be happening anymore.
No.
You know, like, and I'm sorry, the evangelical church is to blame for this. Like,
yes, of course.
There it is. That is what it is. Like,
of course.
This rampant uprise in evangelical values that are so homophobic that kids are forced to hate themselves if they're gay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were moving past this. I think a lot of us did.
Yeah.
And this is a very clear show that is not at all where we are. And it's not just men. It's not just women. This couple is in solidarity on this issue.
Yeah.
And it is so terrifying to watch. It's just, I mean, I keep saying how like dangerous and scary and terrifying all of this is, but like it really is.
It literally took my breath away. Like I'd seen some like people being like, the homophobia on this season is crazy, and I was like, okay, like what could that be?
Yeah.
And then the conversation happened, and I was like, okay, but there's going to be like a disclaimer, or like
No.
they're going to say this to someone else outside the couple and someone's going to talk down on. No, it was legitimately presented as something they were allowed to be aligned on as a couple.
Yes.
And they're going to be one of the couples that we follow through is this homophobic, tacky ass couple. Like, are you kidding me?
Patrick was like, he was like, they remind me of like a couple from the Righteous Gemstones.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then I was thinking about the woman from the LuLaRoe documentary
Oh,
with
yeah.
the big hair. And I was like, that is Annie, 100%.
Oh, she's definitely involved in an MLM. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
way she's not cyberbullying people into buying essential oils. There's no way.
It's not essential oils. It's definitely like leggings
Extensions. Hair extensions.
Yeah,
whatever
hair extensions.
rat's nest is going on there. Like,
Yeah, it is just like the whole thing. I mean, and the whole season is built around these clips of Nick outing himself.
yep.
Like, that is what the TV show wants us to see. Like, every single interaction he has is like, could be read in that way. And that's
Yeah.
what they want. And that feels cruel to me somehow. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, that's not everything that this guy is saying. I hate him. I think he's like awful. I really dislike.
He shouldn't be on TV at all.
No, but like, what's going on with that? You know,
Yeah,
like,
if
what
he's
story are
actually-
you telling?
If the story you're trying to tell is that this is someone is either story you're trying to tell is incredibly dark. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
either you're trying to say that the way that he and Annie feel is okay,
Mhm.
which it's not. Like, this is not a difference of opinion. Like, you are not allowed to feel this way. Like,
No.
and your religion actually like shouldn't back up you feeling this way, but it's filled with so many other people who like cannot accept themselves, so no one gets to be happy, which is, I think, like, you know, spanking your children, whatever. Like, I don't get to be joyful, so no one gets to be joyful.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to out this guy
Yeah.
who, for whatever reason, is not comfortable being out. And like, maybe his community would have imposed like real danger to him.
And
And
that
so-
feels like, you know, taking everything aside that I don't like about him, if I'm just looking at him as his identity as a potentially closeted gay man, it feels cruel to
Yes,
be
yeah.
poking at him in that way.
Yeah, for sure.
And so the whole thing just makes me feel like shit.
Yeah, it feels nasty. Yeah, no, I agree.
And it's like, I don't really want to see him being overly sexual and making all these comments about how revved up he is about
'Cause, like,
women.
It's given virgin, dude. Like, I made a meme
Do you
about
think
this
they
where
had
it's-
sex?
I don't know. The way he was talking about like sex and pleasure, I was like, I don't think you've done that. Like,
They were kind of quiet around the sex thing. And did you notice, like, when the girls were talking about who had sex, like, I had the subtitles on, so like they showed Annie saying that they did, but they didn't show her mouth
her
saying
mouth
it.
didn't really moving.
So I was like, wait, what's going on here? Like,
Well, wouldn't it be weird if they did? If they really are this religious, like,
that's the other thing. I was like, wait, isn't this a couple that would wait to have sex until marriage?
yeah, and be insufferable about it? Like, I'm kind of like confused. Oh, this was another love triangle. I kind of already forgot about Kate, but
Oh, yeah.
he told this other girl, Kate, that he loved her like really quickly.
That
She didn't-
was the love bombing from this man was
Nuts.
insane.
Wearing the same outfit, saying to both girls, "You're my number one now." Like, it's not even close. Telling Kate he loved her.
Yeah.
And then her describing that she watched her mother struggle with cancer for 10 years. And she just thought, like, you know, my faith is gone. What kind of a God would do this?
Yeah.
He took that as, oh, she was once religious and she temporarily lost her religion because something bad happened. And so I'll be the person to bring her back. She never said that.
No.
She said that she didn't believe in God before, and she definitely doesn't believe in God now, because how could anything so horrible happen?
Right.
And she's like, well, I've never been a religious person. And he's like, what do you mean? You're not willing to walk back on that path with me? Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Not a religious person. I was like, what just happened? Like,
Number
it was-
one in his life is
Yeah.
God and his religion.
Yeah, which is fine, but like ask maybe if someone else.
Yeah, like don't, and then don't berate them.
No,
Like you're already breaking her heart. You already told her you loved her.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
If God's gonna be your number one priority, go for it.
Right.
But that's not actually true if you didn't check before telling someone that you love them.
Yeah.
That they are willing to go on a religious journey with you. That's a big thing to ask somebody to do. Like,
right.
That's a big lifestyle change to ask someone
Yes.
to make this the number one priority in their life.
Yeah.
When they're grappling with even does the concept of your core guy exist?
Yeah.
And she's pretty sure not because of what she's been through. It's a pretty big leap to just assume she's going to be like, well, he'll guide me and I'll just do it.
Oh my God. The guiding language is gonna kill me.
Blech.
He posted something on Instagram today apologizing for his comments about the LGBTQIA community.
I wonder if Netflix made him.
I mean, he probably did it because he's clearly he's very interested in his image as well.
Yeah.
I think they get married. And I think they try and get in cahoots with Maddie and Grant and walk that path. And
wait, his apology's so bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Like
Nick
I didn't even read. Yeah.
Nick expressed feeling grateful that his discussion on the show has provoked this discussion in my learning. I now recognize that how that shapes certain blind spots. I'm thankful for the support of my friends recently for helping me to learn this. He added in the Instagram, that's not an excuse, just part of the work I'm doing to grow and be better. I love and respect my LGBTQ plus friends deeply and remain committed to my growth to be a better ally. No, you didn't.
No, like that's so hollow and untrue, and
This
just
is
like,
so not true.
I wish you had just not said anything.
That's the really, outside of the original opinion being dangerous, the annoying thing is walking it back when it's not popular. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to say this stuff confidently, and then fucking be about it. Don't
Right.
act like you just learned that it's offensive to pretend that that LGBTQ plus are faking it for attention. Like,
Yeah.
don't pretend that you just learned that that's an offensive thing to say.
Yeah, like, and if that is true, like that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
So there's another triangle, which is Annie dating, what was his name? Gabriel?
I don't even remember.
I can't remember his name anymore.
Oh my God, that guy, he wouldn't take no for an answer.
The guy who wouldn't take no for an answer, who
Sorry,
kept
sitting
talking
back down.
about the red door and the White House. He reminded me of Sam from The Bachelor. Sam M or whatever. Like, just literally, he had one talking point and he just kept saying, I know you because you want the red house and the red door.
And she's like, you never expressed to me that you actually like me. He's like, why would I ask you what you want your house to look like?
Yeah.
If I don't like you.
He
like-
and he was so mad that Nick was chosen over him. There were a lot of hints dropped about sexuality in those interactions as well.
Well, Annie is also just like clueless, being like, Nick's not the mountain man I was expecting. Sorry, what about him gave mountain man at all?
Like, literally, he lives in the mountains. That's all
Yeah.
we have here. That's it.
It's also like, sir, I don't believe that you started skiing as a teenager and you're the best skier in Colorado. Come on.
Why are you a luxury watch dealer?
Why are you a luxury watch dealer?
Like, I think that these two are so delusional and they're so wrapped up. This is an example of like a couple who has prioritized their religious path so strongly above everything else that they literally cannot see anything else.
Yeah, they forgot to develop a personality because they were just like, well, this is what I do now. I go to church. I hate gay people and I
think
oppose
about
everything else.
how strong it is for someone, how strong it must be for someone like Nick, who has walked the path so strongly that he has potentially denied a very core component to his identity for it. He has given up a lot.
Yeah.
And the more you give up in any cult, the more in it you are. And
Yeah,
that's what
ask
this
Mike.
is.
Yeah.
So
Ask Mike.
Yeah. Mike knows.
Mike's 100K in the hole. Like, he's got to get out of this.
Dude, I hate everyone, basically.
I really do too.
There's
I
a
can't
few
find this
people
guy.
we're rooting for, maybe, because everyone else is so bad.
And like, maybe not.
Maybe
Like,
not. I don't know. All that aside, like, it is interesting.
no, it's a good season of Love Is Blind. Unfortunately, it just is dangerous. Like, it's TV that I am enjoying.
Right.
But I'm also glad that I'm 32. Like, if I was younger watching this, I don't even know.
Oh, I mean, like, if people are seeing anything that's being said here as okay, that is a problem. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that's enough of that. We talked about that for so long.
Oh my God, that was literally an hour and a half.
It's going to be like 2 hours. Okay.
Oh my God.
We have more to talk about. So we're going to leave that there. 3 more episodes come out the day we post this episode. So hopefully you've listened to this first before that. And we'll be back to posting on Tuesday morning next week.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're at Love Island Games, which just ended, so we can talk about the end. So Lucinda and Isaiah win, and they choose love. What idiots.
Lucinda winning is so stupid. Like,
it's so stupid.
She wouldn't have gotten voted through. Like, people did not like her.
No.
And for good reason. She's so
whiny,
male-centered. She's always looking for the girls to be the problem. Like, like, she's like, don't you think it's weird that Sydney's wearing your favorite ex-girlfriend t-shirt? No, that's hilarious. Like, you're on Love Island. You all fucked each other. Like, that t-shirt is really funny. Like, she's not doing it to get at you. And then, like, her weird vendetta against Garby, like,
I know.
It just was so bizarre.
Yeah, it was, the whole season was just kind of like, the concept, like, it was done better than Bachelor in Paradise was, which was some version of gamification that really just did not work at all. So I think by comparison, I was like, oh, this is okay. But it's like, I wasn't looking forward to watching this show ever, really.
No,
it was more
like
I have to watch it.
Yeah, I wasn't looking forward until the end. I was disappointed that, like, Johnny just got to come in and totally run the game. There wasn't really an opportunity to take him out. There wasn't an opportunity to get rid of Tyreek. There was, like, too much protection built into it that, like, if you tried hard to get them out, they just always had the numbers.
Right.
I was glad he didn't get to go to the final. That made me happy.
Me too.
Yeah, it was just this weird, like, at one point the villa divided into 2 teams and one team won and was called the Power Squad. And then that was just their alliance.
Yeah, it was so, it's almost like the game sort of predetermined how everything was going to turn out in a way, which didn't feel very fun to me ultimately. And I'm still hung up on the fact that, like, so many people came in fairly last minute and then were all of a sudden in the running for the 250K. It didn't feel fair to me. Like, I think they brought in too many bombshells, like, too far into the season. I think that was just, like, it was too much. So I don't know. Overall, it was, like, kind of a disappointment. I don't think any of these couples who had some sort of romantic connection are going to last, like, including Lucinda and Isaiah. They do not have, like, Isaiah is not interested in Lucinda.
No, it's not going to last.
No.
What I do want to know, so one of the most dramatic moments of the season, and just kind of shows that the producers, like, actually didn't do a very good job building these games.
Right.
Garby and Nicola are in a duel.
God.
And
I hated this.
There's, like, a barrier between them, and they have to basically take these, like, medicine balls that are, like, weighted and chuck them over to the other side.
Very heavy
To get on the partner side. No one is looking where they're throwing it, and everyone is crouched down picking up a ball.
Yeah.
And so Garby throws the ball. They don't have any head protection on.
No.
And it hits Nicola in the face. Potentially 25 pounds got thrown at her face. Garby didn't see it coming, but then now she looks like the villain and people got to, like, paint her as the villain. And Nicola gets kicked out of the competition because she got hurt.
Yeah. And, like, a fairly serious head injury.
Yeah.
Like, and it looked really bad. And, like, I was rooting for her. I wanted her to win.
Yeah, I know.
And, like, that's the way she goes out. And I'm like, this is the second injury. Like, in the first season, were there injuries?
Not really.
Yeah, the whole thing just, like, it was like they gamified the game too much.
Yeah.
So it ended up just being like, what? This doesn't feel fair at all.
No. And then, like, Nicola came on After Sun.
Yeah.
And she had Band-Aids all over. I'm like,
really? Oh,
what happened?
Like on her face?
No, she had like a Band-Aid on her wrist. She had a Band-Aid here. Like they had been like treating her at a hospital.
Whoa. Well,
it was bizarre.
I mean, I think she had like a serious concussion.
But like, don't put her on After Sun then.
No, I
was just like, she's covered in Band-Aids.
No, I mean, it was kind of a flop for me, ultimately, the season. I was just kind of like, if they didn't continue this show, I don't think anyone would be too sad about it.
Yeah, it's like, the issue is that it's Johnny wants to go on the challenge so bad.
Right.
Him and Josh both want to be invited on the challenge. It's not the challenge. Like,
yeah.
It's not. The challenge is like legitimately should be like one of our professional sports in this country. It's so grueling. It's so physically intense.
Yeah.
The mental gameplay actually matters.
Right.
And so you have these like cutthroat people trying to force that on here.
Yeah.
And it's still Love Island. Like,
and they're such dum-dums. Like, I'm sorry.
I know.
That the final duel where like they have to sort the discs.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
not that hard.
This is taking. At first, I was like, "Oh, can they only sort them onto two? Like that is kind of tricky. Like you could really fuck it up." And then I was like, "Oh no, they can use all three. Like, why is this taking so long?"
I was just like, "This is like a game you play on your phone." Like,
yeah, like this is not,
back and forth,
and the whole audience is like, "Oh my god, my
how are they
head
gonna
hurts."
do that? And Josh being like, we're going to count to 5 minutes.
Oh, what an idiot.
And then blowing the count and they're just holding the ball when the buzzer goes off.
I was just like, I didn't even know how to feel. I was just like, this is so stupid. Like,
it's like everyone on the show is so dumb.
Yeah,
like,
everyone's so dumb. And like, it was just, I don't know. We didn't, just like nothing came of it. Like in the end, I'm like, okay.
No, it just kind of ended.
Yeah, like okay, like I don't care. Like I'm really way more looking forward to the next season of All Stars, which is coming in January.
And Australia's coming soon too.
Oh yeah. Okay, well I'm excited for that too. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe we just leave Love Island as Love Island.
Yeah, I need a break, I think, from the beach. Like,
yeah.
I haven't been sleeping that well this week, and so I would get up and like watch the episode first thing in the morning.
Right.
And Ethan would like walk out. He's like, this is so brightly colored and loud. Like, there's no way this is like a good way to start your day. Like,
dude, I definitely with Lex, because we were like watching a Love Island season, like was breastfeeding in the middle of the night, streaming Peacock, like watching Love Island.
Oh, and of course that's what I'll do. Like, I think I'll be like with my child when Australia's on.
Yeah.
And like, when else am I going to watch it?
It'll be kind of perfect.
Like, it'll be good timing for me. Like, that's what I need.
Yes, you just need a lot of mindless TV that you can like sort of half pay attention to, and it's not a big deal if you miss something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, whatever. I don't think there's really much more to say about it. Like, it's over. C'est la vie. I have even less to say about the Golden Bachelor, which
I don't even remember.
Truly,
what
I don't remember what happened. I had some work to do, so I was like working during the episode.
I'm actually gonna look at my memes to remind me because I don't know what
actually,
happened.
That's a really good idea.
Okay, they cut it. Okay, this is the thing. ABC knows this season sucks because they put it on at 9 p.m. and they cut it to an hour without telling us.
Yeah, but they cut it to an hour.
Cut it to an hour. And it still felt too long.
Okay, so what's her face got a cooking date?
Oh, yeah. And then they did a roast.
And then they did, and the roast was so... Okay, here's all I have to say. I made a realization. Mel reminds me of Joe Biden.
How's your mental focus? Oh, it's focused, all right.
From everything to like that to how he walks to like the whole vibe is very just Joe Biden. Except Mel
like
is 67.
a little creepy, a little out of it, just kind of shuffling away. I don't think he could do the stairs so good.
Mel is so unattractive to me. Even though he is physically attractive as an older man, I find him repulsive.
He's so boring.
So boring.
And the roast, like, the ladies were kind of like legitimately funny, and he just picked the youngest one that he wanted to make out with the most.
Yep.
Like, and he's going to keep making those decisions because why wouldn't he?
And this is the pitfall that I was always worried about with this show, was that men of that generation are pieces of shit for the most part. Like, they are backwards. They're very, like, moving in all the wrong directions. And, like, while we may be accepting that for our Gen Z people on Love is Blind for some strange reason, it doesn't play well for the Goldens at all. And it's just, like, cringy to watch. Like, I am really not enjoying this season. I know, Mary, you want to quit.
Yeah. I do. I don't know if we should. I don't know if it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
I do. I
can keep watching.
No, I'll watch, because if you're going to watch, I'll watch. But I'm just like...
But I don't want to make you do that.
It's
you're
okay.
Pregnant. Like, you don't need this.
If it stays an hour, I'll definitely watch.
Okay.
Like, but like I said, like, tomorrow night, we're getting new episodes of Love is Blind. Yeah. I'm going to watch those instead of Mel. And we are going to run out of Love is Blind in 2 weeks. So I'll stick with Mel because we need something to talk about.
Well, we'll get a reunion, so we might have 3 weeks of Love is Blind.
Yeah.
And there are lots of other seasons of shows that we never got. Like, I'd still love to do Love is Blind, Ultimatum, Queer Love. Like,
same.
There's things that we could do. Basically, I think it's safe to say if we do keep covering the show, the substance of our recaps will be what you just heard.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Which, like, yeah, that's all, like, I have to say. Like, I don't think people are watching this show.
No, and I don't blame them. Like, it's terrible.
I think it's legitimately the end of Bachelor Nation. Like, between Paradise and this, like, maybe they did the right thing bringing Taylor Frankie Paul in, because it's going to bring viewers. Like,
yeah,
this is not good. This is really some of their worst casting. And, like, for some reason, Colton Underwood was on After Sun this week. And
wait, what?
Yeah,
that's embarrassing. Can
we
get rid of
Traitors.
Him? Wait, what?
He's going on Traitors, so it was like a Peacock plug.
Oh, I don't ever want. Like, why? I don't know how many times we can say how disappointed we are that this man is still being rewarded after his toxic, terrible behavior.
I don't want to hear that, like, accusations ruin careers anymore. Like, I think that argument is dead.
No, he should have been canceled.
100%.
And was not canceled.
Yeah.
Like, in big ways. Like, Traitors is a big-ass show to get cast on now.
Yeah. We can't go on Traitors, or we're both good people. So get out of here.
So get the fuck out of here, Colton.
But I'll watch The Bachelor, but, like, I think that this is the most boring season I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean,
and we watched Ari, we watched Colton, we watched everybody.
No, like, I'm a devotee. I will stand up for this franchise for as long as I can, and I'm struggling right now.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll give you 3-minute recaps of that. I mean, we're going to need to do that because we took an hour and a half to talk about Love is Blind. It needed to be talked about. I mean, you give us 6 episodes with the most toxic people ever. We just have to.
Yeah. We have to go so fast.
So that's it. There's nothing more to say. Our episode will be 1 day earlier next week. So it will drop the day before the next batch of episodes for Love is Blind drop, which will hopefully give people time to listen to us before you digest the rest of the season, which is totally fair. So yeah, the memes are great. Mary's
I'm getting back in my groove.
Killing it with the memes for Love is Blind. So make sure you're following us on social media. Can I Steal You for a Minute pod? And I think that's it.
That's it.
We love you. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
We'll catch you next time. Cheers, lovebirds.
Cheers, lovebirds.
Thanks for listening to Can I Steal You for a Minute? Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and if you like the show, please leave a rating and review. Follow us on social media